Alrighty, that's probably enough time. So let's return to it. So I'll just show things in the inventory so it's quick to do. Right. So I've tried all these on. It turns out they're not like cursed, so you can never take them off. I don't remember what that one does. I think that one just makes you warm. Those make it so you can't move. I don't remember what those did either. They've all got negative effects anyways. The Band of Breckus, for example, sets curse on you, which isn't great. And Sebel. So the Contamination set is essentially dead in the water. We do have the full captain set though, which is kind of cool. So basically anyone comes within like a certain range of Sebel will get charmed. Which, as you can tell, pretty handy. Everything else we've just got stuff that we can sell, really. But yeah, we needed the elf to survive on that like bit on the boat like ages ago, because she's the one that teaches you how to actually do how to actually make the set. I did also lose the spores. I don't know where the spores went. The Sebel had one of the spores, but it's gone. To be fair though, it did say it was fragile, so probably just broken.
Let's go.
Board the board boat.
Natalie grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders. Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Ooh, ah, ee.
Come, come, Quercus. Time is short.
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
Made it out of Fort Joy at last. Can't help but wonder if all those people need to die though. The less dwell on Alexander and his cronies will not be held.
Don't stand between a prince and his principles. The Magisters learned that the hard way.
What were they thinking, standing against an Eternal? I almost pity the poor, ignorant beasts.
A hard-fought freedom, sure. But if spilling blood is bad, it shouldn't be so agreeable. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better.
Oops.
Well, well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque. Well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate.
Boats the squirrel is very welcome.
No. Yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive. No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not. Come, we must return to our research.
Okay, cool. See if we can't loot anything from here. Free loot's free loot. Today is a momentous one. So momentous, in fact, that I've decided to start keeping a diary to record my time on the Lady Vengeance, so that one day, should I have a family in my, one day shall I have a family, my children and their children may know of a small involvement, of my small involvement in these momentous times. To begin with, today the Divine Lady Dallas, Hammer of the Order, arrived on boat. She swept by in all her momentous gloriousness, and I fancy she glanced at me a tiny smile, twitched at the corner of her mouth. The Hammer smiled at me, possibly. Then she went to her stateroom, and there she spoke to the doors. I did not hear the whole conversation, but I believe she spoke of the principle of fortitude, which is, of course, an important part of both the ethos of the Order and of maritime construction. The door seems suitably inspired to open for her. She glued inside. We have not seen her since. A momentous day. Orders! We have orders! The ship is to see action. An evil band of rebels has landed on the island, and we are to destroy the ship. Perhaps them too. Tomorrow I shall recount the tale of our glorious victory. Fortitude is the key. Fortitude shall open the doors. Okay. That is the front of the boat, okay. Ooh. That is a lot of stuff. The Obliterator. I'm gonna take that. They're on fire. Okay, the front was on fire as well.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's-his-face and so-and-so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Melody. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye and smiles.
Our guest Spurs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
How many were lost in battle?
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive.
Some fall with your own eyes. What happened?
Apparently, you didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive.
What do you plan to do with Alexander?
Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
So you better get a move on before the Order realises he's still at large.
Yes, we certainly had better, but the ship won't move.
She's mute. We need to free her tongue.
She might take a crack at... No, not turning the wheel. Never known the ship to speak in the first place.
Barbarous magic.
Expedient magic, actually. The ship is made of live wood. It has the spirit of an elven ancestor tree within it. It seems Dallas has found a way to bind that spirit to her. That means only she can control it. Unless we can find a way to break the bond.
Ask if we have any leads on how to gain control of the ship.
The Seekers, the survivors of us, have been combing the ship from bow to rudder. It hasn't been easy. This place is laced with dark magic.
These Seekers have such a limited skill set.
We lost a man in the search. Malady might not appreciate that, but I do. And I hope you do too.
I'm sure the Godwoken will be able to get the ship moving. They kind of like to feel useful, don't they?
Smile and say you're waiting to find out what she does alone standing around looking smug. Have a look around, you're eager to get away, far away from Fort Joy. You do your best.
It's your best that'll save us all.
Right, so for starters, that is not for us. 631, 740. There we go. I guess we're just holding on to that for Finn.
Nothing on it. You made it, Godwoken. Good. Not all of us did, though. The sooner we leave this island behind us, the better.
Oh, I think she was at last on the beach.
Ah, there you are. High time to stop gallivanting and resume our journey together, wouldn't you say?
Very welcome
Off
to
we
the
go.
party. Jesus Christ. Alright. So if memory serves, I think that was a tooth. Who's that? That was Gareth. And that's a bone, okay. Plus 10 physical armor, duration 3 turns. We'll take it. We'll take it. It also may help if we find a dog, we might be able to, I don't know, distract it with a bone. You never know. You never know. Right. I'm not sure if it's a lizard thing or an ancient thing. So I'm going to attempt.
Pray that they may find rest. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
I'm told it's imperative to get the ship sailing. You have to search everywhere.
I know what's at stake, but I have to warn you. This ship is alive and dangerous.
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it. Fragments of scorched bone.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Ask if she learned anything useful before the figurehead attacked.
Nothing. The ship is live wood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something, warped it somehow. I just don't know what.
Express your condolences about her dead compatriot.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a despondent angle.
Thank you. We were held captive together on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Now he's dead.
No time to spare. If the figurehead is connected to whatever controls the ship, you have to take a look.
She sighs.
I know. Just be careful.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
Spot a mark on the figurehead. It's a living scar like the elven slaves had back
At
home.
that moment, the ship serendipitously creaks beneath you, almost like it is acknowledging your observation.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Till I'm like 100% sure we can sort that out, I'm just not going to risk it.
What am I even looking for? Will I know it when I see it?
He's doing his best. Dallas' assistant, so they're silent monks. Like 100%, no question.
Nothing. Damn it.
Right.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? Suit yourself.
He drags a comb through his beard. His face bears the scars of a hearty life, but his whiskers glisten as if glazed by the morning dew.
So I'm wanting essentially the team that I had back. Right.
I must say, you may not be an Eternal, but you are certainly not as temporary as many of your fellows. You handled yourself well. Personally, I am just glad that I do not have to walk back to Reaper's Coast. Wind travel may be primitive, but it is at least efficient.
Point out the ship is live wood, it doesn't need the wind to move.
Live wood? You have taken a dead elf and carved it into a pleasure yacht? I knew you people were barbarians. I had no idea you were sadists too. Well, no matter. Whatever gets me to Reaper's Coast quickly. I have an excavation site to explore.
I hope to find at this excavation site.
The only treasure worth digging for. Knowledge. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Some were even intact. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were scurrying about too, trampling precious clues under their ignorant boots. They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again.
We'll just nod and say you have your own business to get on with.
Is that so? Perhaps we could find an arrangement that benefits us both. I need to travel to the Black Pits oil field near Reaper's Coast, but my attempts at staying under the cover have not gone well to date. Given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy, I rather think you could be of use, and I am certainly useful to you. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you help me to remain incognito. Very well. Let's be off.
Fine with me? Right. Where's that Flesh Ripper again? There we go. Right. We have one more person to find, and it's Sabine, who may be on the lower decks? Suppose we'll find out there. Jeez, it's like nothing. Right, so it must be lower. What is that? We need to get like right up to it. Is that the issue? No, it hasn't interacted, just doesn't let you interact with it. Okay. Down we go.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection.
Sense something more. A presence. Place your palm against the door.
The wood groans and creaks. A face appears in the wood, tortured and tormented. A six-sided indentation is carved on its forehead, as if a gem or amulet had made a mark there. The face vanishes.
Set the password. Fortitude.
The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it.
Alrighty.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every stripe. They know how to keep their mouths shut too, as long as there's gold in it for them. So, what'll it be?
Take a leave. What we want is you.
We've braved the joy, and I lust for further adventure. What say you? Shall we continue our journey together?
Join
You're
me.
quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side. For the moment.
There we go.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans, and the face vanishes.
Right, okay.
The angry...
Give that a bit of a read. I can deduct one recipe from this book, but this reads more like a puzzle than a recipe. I'll have to experiment with what I learned from these rhymes. Tormented souls by old scrolls are absorbed, then fed with food for the creatures unborn. Just imagine a sneeze from another dimension. With pepper, release it. You'll grab their attention. Okay. Right, so there is a socket for like an amulet.
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints audibly pop. She sees you draw near.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here, not guarding Alexander the bloody divine himself.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
That seems to be in some pain. Was she injured whilst during the taking of the ship? Yeah.
I wish. No, the Magisters kept me chained to the bulkhead. Arms held above me head, feet barely able to touch the deck. Now my joints are paying the price.
Because have a valuable bargaining chip. Cast her around. Ask if there's if this is where the Magisters kept the Seekers prisoner.
No.
Locked up.
They had us down below, chained up in the dark. The Reds were up to something in here. Maybe it was just the lack of food and rest playing tricks, but I swear I had chanting and horrible moaning coming from here. But when we broke free, it was empty.
Right. Stare through the bars at Alexander's unconscious form, now that the Seekers have valuable baggage.
We're a big bloody target on our backs. We took their leader and their flagship. The Hammer won't stand for that. She'll be hunting for us.
Ask about the other Magister prisoner. Is she anyone important?
The Seeker throws a toxic look at the imprisoned Magister.
Hardly. She's just some deckhand. If it were up to me, I'd tie her to the main mast and use her for arrow practice. But Malady wants her alive for now.
Take your leave. Okay. Big ominous mirror. Save before we interact, just in case things go horribly wrong. Oh! That lets us customize things, okay. But it is... Oh! I could say knock one out of there, add one to there. Right, I don't think I'm actually using summoning, so I'll just pop that into Necromancer. Everything else seems to be fine, so we'll just click accept. Okay, so the mirror isn't like a...
What's this? I found something.
What we found? Loose plank. Okay, take those. So it's just like a respec sort of thing.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
Right. We'll just search whatever we can. We might find a way to go lower. If we do, it'd be good. Right. Why are they stood there looking at the door?
Hey! You're here! Pretty nice boat, eh? We got an upgrade. There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see something we can't.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Right, well, one of them's got an indentation for an amulet of some sort. Somewhere on the ship there's got to be an amulet, right. Teleport pyramid.
This boat's a treasure.
Is
Know what to do with it.
is there another teleport pyramid maybe?
Whatever
Right.
I'm looking for, I'm not finding it.
How you doing?
Ask if it ask alright if it knows how to steer the ship.
You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. That's what it's doing. It dances to the tune.
To which tune does it dance?
It goes la 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 la. Something like that. It's pretty catchy, but I can't remember how it goes. Good thing Dallas had that book, eh?
Where the book should be used.
In my hands. This is generally accepted amongst creatures like yourself. Opposable thumbs, remember? Alright. Go to the nose bit of the ship, open the book, look at the markings inside it, sing the song. That's it. Get it right and the ship will dance to your tune. Get it wrong and the ship will kill you. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
Alright, well, we kind of know a bit more about this.
This boat's a treasure. Dallas wouldn't know what to do with her.
Let's get rid of those notifications. Right, okay. I'm guessing the book would be in Dallas's room. If anywhere. Gotta search the everywhere. Nice.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves. I actually sleep.
Right. Can either of you speak? I imagine you're probably
The
silent monks.
monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight in the eyes. She seems eager for you to say something. The silent monk leans from one foot to the other. He seems eager to move.
There must be something around here.
Fair enough. Makes sense for a painting to be immune to status conditions. Right. Ooh, what a long.
There must be something around here.
Maybe there's something up top I missed.
Where would the Magister hide some?
Right, okay.
There must be something
So it did have a funky indentation on it. Does anyone have anything with a funky indentation? Really? Oh, can I learn that? Lovely. I can learn that too. Oh, because of that ring. Okay. Right. Oh yes. I think it might be fine because he's currently in elf form. Right. We need to redouble our search. Because...
There you are. I was just thinking of you.
Figurehead is branded with living scar, the kind of lizards used to control birds.
Naughty lizards. I wouldn't have taken that rune on the figurehead as a slave scar myself. Well done. We'll need to find the song that'll control it then. Well, you'll need to. Please don't go.
Right, I don't think there's anything like on the like main deck that we can use for it.
Not a thing but spiders and disappointment.
Driven beast, a rat. Next, the silent monks don't say anything.
We have to find a way to get this shit.
Okay.
Where would I hide something important if I was a Magister?
Well, if you're hiding things, you'd probably hide it in there. However, how do we get in there? That is the main question.
The door remains unmarked. The door remains closed. It seems you need more than a password to open it.
Alright, next best thing. We need to get in there to question these.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel Lady Vengeance.
A young Magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies a damp cloth to his brow. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, lizard.
Must be shocked to find herself tending to the divine himself.
Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Vengeance.
A secret, but you're always grateful to those who help them. If she knows how to get the ship moving, more kindly on that.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the...
Diplomatically raise your hands and say that she doesn't have to tell you anything yet, she just has to listen.
The Magister falls silent, but stares at you with unwavering defiance.
As much as I don't want to do it, I'm going to do number 3.
There's a shift in the Magister's expression, a flicker of doubt. Then,
I'm a good Magister, loyal. But Dallas, something about her has changed. She's toying with dark magic, like a common sorcerer. She used to sing to the ship. It let her control it. She had this old book of hymns and incantations. It was only ever in her hands, or else locked away in her cabin at the stern. That's all I know.
You spoke, didn't you? Ha! I knew you would eventually. Whatever that Magister told you, I hope it helps.
Let's literally just pick up and add to words. Right, so the book is in here somewhere. It's probably that. Problem is, I know there's something additional I need, I just don't know what the additional thing I need is, or where it is, or why it is.
Good to feel the rolling of the waves.
What's just walking around Exeter?
There must be something around here.
Speak to her again.
There you are. I was just thinking of you.
There's a few things you'd like to ask her.
Dying to hear them.
You mentioned someone wanted to meet you, the Meister. Who did she mean?
Meister Siva is one of a rare breed. She'd do anything in the name of a cause, and her cause happens to be you. She's desperate to meet a living Godwoken. She'll be exceedingly pleased we're en route. We'd better not leave her waiting. She's a bit particular.
Didn't answer the question. Who is she?
She's
Who
the
is this
founder
person?
of these seekers, and she's powerful. That means something when I say it. Your kind can reach astounding heights. Meister Siva can help you do just that.
Right. I'm gonna have a... Wait a second, there's not a doll there, right, okay. Not a doll there.
Void Slayer, Worm Killer, Godwoken. You have many names. Let's add ship's captain to the list once we get this thing moving, shall we?
Ask about Maldi. I thought she was a seeker too.
She's not exactly a seeker. She's not exactly an elf either. Half demon, Meister Siva says, and I don't doubt it. I don't know how Siva came to know her, but Maladi's a proper ally. She's not easy to like, but there are times I admire her coldness.
Gareth fingers the hilt of his blade. He stares at nothing in particular before turning his gaze back to you.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Right. These all have nothing. Nothing of use anyways. I was rather hoping it was a conversation that was going to be like, hey, have you checked X? Have you seen Y? Fact.
May the fallen rest easy in the Hall of Echoes.
Okay, so he just teaches these. I don't need right now.
Keep Lucian close, Godwoken.
Have a word with her, see if we can trade with her.
Pray that they may find rest. Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive.
Right, well I'm going to take these. More useful in my hands. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that. Right, so we've got fire staff, water staff, and air wand. Oh wait, we've got 2 water staffs. I think I'll keep with this one because this one's got intelligence bonus, crit, and bonus accuracy. That is a dagger. Okay, I can pass it off to Sebel, probably. Right. Use for that. That. That one we alternate with these current gloves. That will be useful to someone. Add a bit of money to balance that deal out, and accept. Don't need any of those anymore. Right, okay. That might be the best we can do. Right, how much is that? 910. Yeah, we'll just leave that. Don't need that. Let's take his leave. I'm gonna see if I can like buy anything off of any of them because one of them might have found something and not thought it was important.
Where would a Magister hide something?
Right, she didn't have it. Because I tried to trade with her earlier.
Nothing. Damn it.
Extra.
Did you hear? We're bringing you to Meister Siva, the head of the Seekers. If we can get out of here, that is.
Wow. How much is that? Quite expensive, okay. Oh wait, you've got a bunch of junk. Right, that's going to cause issues. Right, what we're going to do is we're just going to cancel that trade. Oh, so, right, for starters, you need that. Right, just pass everything over this way. That isn't like arrows. Wow. I'm pretty sure that's actually better than the one in the shop.
Would I hide something important if I was a Magister?
Right. Not again. I wonder.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided notch remains with you. The door remains closed.
Right.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing. But what?
Don't have anything.
You're the Godwalker, right? Then maybe you can find a way through this damn door.
You haven't found anything.
The sergeant doesn't seem interested in talking to you. She shoots you.
Rude. So I'm hoping someone on the ship has the thing that we're looking for.
Oh, that Magister to talk? Oh, good work. I knew she'd crack eventually.
Leave. Right.
The Magister leans in and whispers urgently.
If you ever find yourself face to face with Magisters, you tell them I was tortured. I didn't betray the cause, not until I was near death. Understand?
Right.
Whatever that Magister told you, I hope it helps.
You to open the gate.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold, and the other one ain't in much of a talking mood.
So you have to try to manage unlock the cage.
Right, just don't make me regret it. I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the divine.
Tell us back where your important matters to attend to.
All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle.
Magister Ran,
A little closer is simple regalia.
A beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope.
Slip the gem from... Place it in your pocket.
The gem sits heavily in your pouch.
Make you leave.
Whatever that Magister told you.
Right, okay. So it was literally just that simple. Right, gonna save it in case we can't talk his way out of this.
The door is still unmarked, though the memory of the face and its six-sided notch remains with you.
Hold the gem you took me from Alexander out towards the
The
door.
anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits.
Hold the gem to the six-sided shape carved in the figure's forehead.
A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe. All of a sudden, all anguish is gone. It gives you the sternest of looks.
I am summoned. Speak the password.
A fortitude.
Yes, and yes again. The word is spoken. Welcome to the stable.
Actually, that just reminds me. There's a thing in that room, and I kind of want to try and get access to it. Abilities. There it is. Except that. Right, there we go. Now, I don't know if this is going to trigger a fight. I don't know if this guy in here is friendly. It says that he's friendly, but I don't know if he's going to stay that way.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting in his lap and turns his full attention to you.
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks?
That's what he's doing. Is that armour he's working on?
Armor? Such a limiting word, but yes. It serves that purpose, amongst others. Dallas has been keeping me prisoner here, but I try to keep working on my own projects when I can.
Gauntlet he's working on. Is that a Magister's piece? Something he took from them?
Took it? No, no. I made it. Have you seen the kind of metalwork the Magisters deploy? This is in a different class to them. As I say, the Magisters left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to carry on my work.
Ask what Dallas did to him.
By torture. What else?
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and discolored, as if it were magically decayed.
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process.
Express your sympathies.
Well, the situation is looking immeasurably better now. You'll hear no more complaints from me. So why don't you tell me all about my valiant rescuers? To whom do I owe my thanks?
Announce yourself as none other than the future savior of Rivellon. Yeah, why not?
A lofty take on yourself, no? I suppose time will take measure of your actions. I ought to continue what I'm doing here, unless there was anything else.
I'll take my leave. Right, so I did spot like a little lockbox down here. Hopefully we have enough to lockpick this. Aha! Pages and pages of an undated diary fill the well-cared for yet well-worn tome. Of course, I'd like to think that this makes sense. All of this, nothing if I lose my head. The only thing I can count on to guide me is my good sense. Without that, I'm no better than them. It really is mad as it seems. We're so alike. There's a kinship there I've never felt before. I suppose history would paint the same way it painted him. We don't succeed. Dallas the tyrant. Dallas Rex. Power is important. I said it to him in one form, and he said it back to me in another. Power is necessary in order to do great things. Worthy things. The only worthy thing. He knew that, so do I. The heads break along the way. But in those shockwaves, something valuable shakes loose. I've never met anyone who understands this. I wouldn't give to open those bars and go sit beside him. Straight into his eyes. I'd see my own reflection in them. What am I waiting for? Toward the end of the diary, one entry stands out. It's written in large, unkempt print. Same hand as before, but not the same mood. Amazing. He's seen so much more in me than I ever knew to look for. The form he has shown me. Hard to believe I ever believed my wings were figurative. Oops.
Locked.
Heck, lock. Ooh. Ah.
What's this? I found something.
Oh, hello. You. Right, what did that actually do? He moved that bookcase, okay. Right, I'm just going to continue to look around in here for now.
I've spotted something.
Need that. Need that. Read these dense notes. A log from the desk of Niles, house physician. Normal stuff, purging applied to sorcerer, result typical. Normal stuff, purging applied to non-sorcerer, death. Round 3. Modified staff type A, purging applied to sorcerer, typical. Modified staff type B, purging applied to sorcerer, death. Handwritten note curls across the bottom of the page. Needs stronger relic. Technological modification of failure. Alright, so we've got a couple of the hammer's pets. Okay. Those are quite strong. Those are both quite strong. Okay. Paths interrupted. Okay, then we can just can't move anywhere. Okay, cool. Alright. What I want to do is not move too far from it. But we do want to absolutely destroy its magic armor. Ooh, crikey. That does a lot of damage. 28. 45 on you. Can move again. Right. Shocking touch, right, okay.
I'm ready.
Or some FE from next turn. Do one of those.
I'm ready.
Alright. Means that you can now move out.
I'm ready.
Right, okay, so first things first. Heal up a smidge. That's that sorted. Right. There goes my armor again. Oh, it only works on things moving into my range. I see. Alright. Enter. I forgot I need to be working on that one. And that was charmed, wonderful. I love it when a plan comes together. Cast on yourself. And on its next turn it should go to attack this one. Yeah, and then we just throw knives as well.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Work on taking that one out. Right, so that one's going down. Means we need to start working on this one. Alright. Bonk. And we'll clear some of that fire if we can. Outline sight, is that because of the smoke? Guess we'll just shields up them. And Seville can finish it off.
Were those guards or victims?
Both.
I fear.
Yeah. Wind above. Pass that to Fern.
Huh. This looks like a teleporter pyramid. Could certainly come in handy.
One way to find out. Try using it.
No, that is a really dumb idea. The last time I tried to use a teleporter pyramid in one of these games, I landed in a crypt with a crap ton of skeletons, and you die very, very, very quickly. What is this? Madam, as requested, I've carried out thorough trials on impish pyramids and have drawn the following conclusion. Using one pyramid teleports you to the other. Connected entities will follow whoever has initiated travel. You can use a pyramid while holding it in your hand, or interacting with it while it rests on the ground. Touching a pyramid isn't sufficient to using it. One must access its other functions by another method. This is all I have discovered. Thus, you may assume that there is... this is all there is to discover about these particular relics. Okie dokie. The other teleport pyramid is there.
Ha! Another pyramid.
Full pile there, which we should loot. Drop disarming kit. Potion bottles. Grab as many of those as we can. Very nice. Let's rid the shelves. They're mine now. Ooh. Very nice, very nice. I click the take all button. Right. Ooh. There's a letter on the table. Read. Draft. From the desk of Dallas the Hammer. Be warned. Subsequent to the bloody atrocity committed at Bessan, will all Seekers be stripped of their titles and privileges once afforded them as members of the Divine Order. Their mistake must not be repeated. Note to self, leave Meister in Driftwood. This is enough. Do that. Dusty Tome, are you the one we needed? Book is written in what appears to be the ancient dialect of lizards. Intents can be understood by few. It might be possible to recite it phonetically. You can take that.
This is
lucky
written in
find.
ancient lizard script. It appears to be a song.
Click the wrong one. Read. Curiously scribbled notes cover the parchment front and back. The page seems to slow as the scroll reaches the end of the page. Only the last lines are legible. Seems amenable, though it is undoubtedly a shock. His own father, after all. Still, I can draw no other conclusion. They are to blame, and Lucian was no less guilty. Read that. Antlers of the deer are known for magical qualities. Though being quite sincere, I know that you can bodily knock over your opponent by shooting a sharpened chip. And he'd lie there frozen, but only for a bit. If I can understand this Ranger rhyme correctly, these verses seem to claim that you can carve a stunning arrowhead from a tooth. Worth a try, even if it turns out to just be gibberish. I'll chip a tooth, I'll cut a molar, I'll tell you, I can cut them up if you're the donor. I shape them sharp, I carve them spiky, into an arrowhead. Oh, that's also very likely. To stun the foe, to shock the rival. They will be flawed, so you can run for your survival. Read. What's this? Page is split in 3 columns. The leftmost column is a series of words in an unfamiliar language. In the middle column is a series of common words. On the right, column with numbers. It's probably just like a shopping ledger. Ooh, more potion bottles. Must never forget that all citizens of the realm have an equal stake in its success, and ought never to be subjugated to the will of the few, and especially not to that tyrant. Especially not to that of a tyrant. There is not a monarch alive who has not, by sheer force of nature, been removed by from the cares and concerns of his or her citizens. Thus, there is not a monarch alive who deserves his or her position. If what I say is true, you may wonder how it is possible to govern. If the act of governing itself corrupts, my answer is very simple. Let the people rule. The page is aligned with formulae and geometric drawings dotted with tiny suns and figures. Ooh. Brain scroll. Fireball scroll. A simple song. Flour in the belly is bad, but flour and water make dough. Dough in the fire bakes bread, and bread in the belly is good. Thank you, page. For a series of easy to memorize nursery rhymes comes this pearl. Fly agaric white and red. Should you eat it, you'll drop dead. Mix it, brew it, and potions distill. Then coat your weapons. Kill, kill, kill! A nursery rhyme, really? You fire people to kill in a nursery rhyme? Revlon's nursery rhymes are a bit different, I guess. I'll take that with me just in case. Right, okay, so what we want to do is we'll not split her off. Put the red prince off, he can stand on that button. In fact, I don't even need anyone to stand on that button. I guess I do need someone to stand on that button. Ooh, what does this button do? Lovely. Well, we're claiming that. There's another button there. That. White gloves, we'll take that. Take these amulets as well. At the very least, they might sell good. Raiding all their stuff. That opens the store. Okay, wonderful. Well. I think it's safe to say not really anything left in here. That's pretty cool though. That's like all the gods putting their power into one to become the divine. This is, I'm assuming, Lucian striking down the void. This might have been like the gods, these gods, fighting against stuff back in day. Fighting against the void.
You saw what I could not. It seems Melody is quite right about you.
I hope you found something or someone useful inside.
Okay.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
Oh, whilst I remember, what kind of weapon have we got? Poison. Wonderful. Right there. We'll give him a little bit more heal. Realised the cat in there I never spoke to. Skelly cat, what information do you have for me?
I'm a monster. Click and clack as I stalk my prey. My tail rattles like a snake's. I suffer.
The cat's head and ask how it came to be undead.
Don't touch me. My very being is a curse. It was Tarquin, that wretch, that rat. I ate an ill mouse and passed in my sleep. The brooding boar brought me back on a log. Me miserable.
I'll ask if it's Dallas's cat.
Mumsy? Is she here? Mumsy, where are you? 'Tis I, Booply Bear. I am quite changed, but don't be frightened.
Tell cat Dallas isn't on board the ship.
Why? Hear this feline's lament, O immortal gods. I am so wretched. And what is a Booply Bear without his sweet Mumsy? I say he is nothing.
Tell Dallas sent you. Ask if there's a way to get the ship moving.
You? She sent you?
The cat begins to purr and rub itself on your ankles.
Any friend to Mumsy is a friend to me. I believe the song is around here somewhere.
Where's Nybrow? What song does she mean?
The song, of course. Trouble not my weary mind with duncery.
Thank your cat, scratch its skeleton neck.
The cat purrs, an eerie clicking sound.
Tell Mumsy to come back soon. Now that I am but bone, I'm too light to trip the moving door. I'm
was looking at his bone structure for academic purposes. There's nothing to be jealous of, honestly.
Funny. What was this book? Did I read this book? Unreadable. Lovely. Alright, so before we head back upstairs, pass that over, pass that over.
I've got sword fighters, mages, archers, all willing to fight by your side if the price is right.
Right. Improvement for you. Yes, they are. Lovely. Okay. Oh yeah. Identify. That's pretty cool. Right.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
That is an arrow, so that needs to go to Finn. Ooh. And that one. That also needs to go to Finn. Right, does anyone else have lockpicks? Because those need to go... You're not. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Right, so we've got 56 potions from that. Sorry, empty potion vaults. Oh, wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. Need to go up there. Oh. Right. Well, we get alongside.
Blessings to our fallen. Pray that they may find rest.
Dev again.
The figurehead looms ahead, continuing its silent watch over the seas.
Sing the song from the time you found below decks.
The deck beneath you groans and trembles, like the ship itself is awaking from a slumber. A deep sigh emerges, unmistakably the sound of a living being.
You are not the witch. You are not Dallas. You sang the song. Now you must decide my fate. Are you to be my new master?
Hesitantly admit that you see flaws in your people's use of slavery after your time in Fort Joy. Ship is free, an equal, an ally. Yeah. I think I might go for that one.
Perhaps this blood does not truly run cold then. Thank you. But I cannot be free again. Not truly. I am a vessel, and must be guided. Let me take you wherever you wish. We can depart as soon as you are ready.
So you want to know more about the ship?
I am here to serve in all ways.
Remark that you sense great pain, the loss of a rich elven life and afterlife, apart from scattered torn apart and scattered throughout the beams and mass of a warship.
The bow of the ship creaks downwards on the swell of the ocean. In the breeze above you, the faintest hint of what might have been a melancholy sound.
Once, I was an elf. I passed away and was reborn as an ancestor tree. In a beautiful forest surrounded by kin of both flesh and root. That time has passed. I saw that forest reduced to a dead place. Then I was taken away. My memories were lost, like the leaves from my branches.
Ascot came to be like this, a living being in the form of a Magister war vessel.
The sails overhead billow outwards softly. The sun is blocked, momentarily casting the dragon figurehead into shadow.
Magisters, they've raised sacred elven lands and uprooted ancestor trees from the earth. I was one of them. They tore me apart and turned me into this monstrosity.
I'm prepared to sail.
Wherever there is sea, I will endeavor to bring you. Consult with your companions and set a course.
The ship's awake. Good. Is she ready to sail?
Yeah, active and ready to sail.
A toothless smile stretches across her face.
To driftwood, then.
Be sure you chosen keen to travel at the company. But this may be the last chance to change the party.
Be quick. Make no mistake, the order will be upon us in due time.
Right. So we don't have to go through the conversation again. We'll save it again. Just make sure everyone's got everything that they need.
The ship is awake. We have to make good on our escape.
Move those over. Fine with all those empty potion bottles.
There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us.
Is there anything else that... Sorry, they're all like, we need to get moving, and I'm just like...
Our sacred ancestor trees, turned into the slaves of warmongers.
I'm just like, what can I get from these? Okay. Right, well I think that's the most we can do with those. We need to give those to Finn. Because those are essentially potions for Finn.
There is no time to spare. We have to put this island behind us.
Yeah, Melody.
Well,
A slow, toothless smile.
to driftwood, then.
It is time.
Forward.
With the sun on their backs and the wind in their sails, the God-woken watched Fort Joy shrink behind them. But their capture of the Lady Vengeance had not gone unnoticed.
And you remember the ship battle. Oh Christ.
I respect you, metal sorcerers. You steal my ship, kill my bishop, and ally with demons. But you have no idea what you're really dealing with.
We are ready, mistress.
That is a lot of health.
Yes, but are they?
That is also a lot of health.
I swear, mistress. I swear they'll perform admirably.
Very well. Show me. Goodbye, sorcerers. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You, act!
Yes, mistress.
For the love of the void. Listen up. We can't win this one, but I can get us to safety. You'll need to buy me time. Show us what you can do, Godwoken.
Godwoken? Parasites, rather.
I'll take care of it, mistress. Tears of darkness. Let's see how it suits you.
Stop that elf! Her sorcery must be silenced!
What does that do? Magical bomb attached to this character. It will go off when time expires. Right, okay. Right, so who exactly died in there? It's both Leia, Exeter, Duggan, and Samadel. That's a shame. Alright then. Another one of those. Right. I amazed that didn't pop the oil barrel. Alrighty. Oh, straight onto burning ground. Not ideal. Right. I keep this as on fire as we can get it. I should use it on Fern. Get her up here. We can't eat that down. Okay, that's a little bit of an issue. Maybe not.
Huh, this again.
Right, so we've got 2 AP. Yeet. Well, that's not ideal. That is also not ideal. There's Gareth. I was wondering where Gareth was. Right, that's almost down. That is not ideal. They are literally all going to focus on her. Okay.
You will not take me again, Dallas.
Yes. Go on, lass. Right, so there's one down there. I should use a different type of arrow. fact. Right. They're all out of range except for this one. Unfortunate. Why have you dived up here? That works. Right, she's not lost any health yet. Oh! Can't do much if I can do that. Right, 100, 100, 100. Okay. I should try to focus on that one. They're in smoke, they shouldn't be allowed to shoot out. Right. I have to go in fire. Right. That might assist him with his cursed. In fact, with it being holy fire, that didn't work as planned. Fine though. Right. Oh nice, we've got atrophy working as well. Right. Alright, I think that's the most that we do for this turn. That one's now on our side briefly. I don't know how long Charmed lasts for, but... okay, it's already worn off. Where are you going?
Stop her sorcery! Get over here and don't stop. It's working.
Right, okay. There's one down. That's fine, he's on his own anyway. Right, okay. What I want to do is cast Restoration on Malady. Okay, we don't want to use Restoration on Malady because she's decaying. Why did I not notice that? Right. What's your physical armor like? Terrible, wonderful. All right. Much closer, we'll just stab this one as much as we can, which unfortunately is one. Right. Oh. I think she's gonna die. Yep, she died. Well, that's one way to enforce this character has to survive, isn't it? Right. I can just spam through that.
I respect the good. This is my ship. I won't see it taken from under my feet. You act.
Yes, mistress.
Right, I need to get the Red Prince over to
For the love of the void.
Melody as soon as possible.
Listen up. You can't show us what God will.
That's fine. Right. Where is Red Prince in the turn order? Right near the end. Right, okay, so if we've got teleport, what can we teleport? You in the fire. Down there. It's not a lot of damage, but it's about as much damage as I could manage at the time. Ben's having a bad time. A really bad time. This could go very bad. Now, if it was Sebel that was over this side, we'd probably have a better time. Right, okay, so I do it like that. Well, at the very least we can remove its physical armour, which means we might be able to knock it down. We can knock it down, wonderful.
You will not take me again, Dallas.
Right, okay. First things first, we make that bleed. This is just physical armour, so we can put that to sleep. Which means now I can move, because there's no attack of opportunity. I shouldn't have moved there. And more fire to have to travel through. Right. No ideal. It's okay though. We can combat this with the Red Prince. Now. Right. You don't... You're not... Right, okay. So this... No, she doesn't need it yet, she doesn't need it yet. We'll save it. Save it for now. Oops. Right, we'll work on their magic armor. Nice one. Nice one, Gareth. The Red Prince you can fortify. Right, okay, so you need to restoration scroll the Red Prince. move up to there. I want to be in range of both of them, preferably. Oh, that's not good. Wait, who's that on? On you, okay, cool. That's the charmed one, okay. If that's got decay on it. Have some of that. Right. Out of that. Yeah, we'll just end 10 that. Not really what else we can do. So at present this is just a waiting game now. Oh, there's a guy right next to me. Whoops. Didn't see you there, Benny boy. Right. So we'll come up here, pick this up so we don't set more fire up here.
This again.
And the knives down that way. None of us have that. In fact, pass that to someone else. Right. Magic armor. Heck yeah!
With the help of the half-demon malady, the Godwoken escaped through the veil that separates life from death.
Nice, nice.
The air here has a familiar smell, like the place you grew up. Old memories begin to well within you, but the sweet sour smell of decay suddenly punctures them.
I haven't realised you've been here before.
A faint creaking sounds in the distance.
They're all trapped. Why are they trapped? Can't move encumbered, okay. I guess we're gonna leave the oil barrel behind. They all say cursed when I highlighted them. He doesn't have a conversation for us. That's not horrific at all.
By a cross. Solstice? The gods? Are they dead? How can this be?
They're not dead. They are trapped though.
As the cursed tendrils slacken, Solstice inhales deeply, air wheezing into her throat. Wheezes become high, then a gently wavering song.
A champion I called. A champion did come. First among my chosen, first among them. Together we gazed into the dark. We turned our backs to it. We turned. We turned. You have come. My chosen. It is not too late. Not yet. But almost.
Ask what happened here. The last you saw, 7 were waging war against one another.
Yes. And while we quibbled, an enemy greater than any one of us stole in like a thief in the night. But here you are. My God woken. Our hope. You will undo what has been done. I saw it as I drifted here. At the midpoint between reality and oblivion. I saw Rivalon. There was no Rivalon. There were no people, no ancient empire. None of our people, none of our great works. It was not a dream, Godwoken. It was great. A promise from our enemy. The enemy you and you alone can stop. It was a vision of the void. And it made me tremble with fear.
What must I do? How can I help?
You must obey me. Soon the Seven will be nothing but morsels in the maws of the void. Unless you do as I bid you. Do what I blessed you for. You have already set loose some of the powers locked within you. But there is a great well of possibility as yet untapped. You cannot stop until you ascend to the highest heights of your power. You cannot stop until you become divine. Like Lucian, you will be called to unite the powers of the Seven against the void. Like Lucian, you will lead our proud people to preeminence. But, unlike Lucian, your weakness will not lead you to foolish failure.
Don't say that's exactly what you'll do.
She opens her mouth to respond, but stops dead. Her head jerks from side to side, searching for something unseen.
You must hurry. I hear it singing to me. Fire and ice, death and skulls. Blackness. Blackness. Go!
White-hot cold pierces your heart like a blade. You are frozen to the spot. The burning cold pumps through you like a curse, and then...
What's happened here? Where is everyone?
The same troubled look is visible on each face. You've seen the gods beaten and defiled, strung up as a warning.
And if I did that to the gods, what chance the likes of us have? If the void truly is causing all this, then it seems to be growing more powerful. We have to get out of here and find answers.
The gods are dead. Long live the Godwoken. If the Seven should indeed come to nothing, I'll be ready to take their place.
I had dreams of what I should say if I saw the Seven Lords once more. But that was a nightmare.
What can yet be blessed, can yet be restored. One way or another, divinity will survive. Through all of you, and all of me.
Right. Well, that was a thing that happened. Okay, so they're not over here anymore. The only place to go is down. Actually, before we do anything, I'll point in both of those. We'll have another point in Necromancer. What does Scoundrel do? Yeah. Another point in Scoundrel. More in Finesse. We'll have more in Finesse. Another point in Ranged. Point in Warfare and... Nice. I should have saved it first. Right, now we'll save it. Need to find where everyone is. Down further. Oh, I found Malady and Gareth. And... oh.
Where have you been? I can't keep this up much longer. We need to go.
People are missing. Ask where they are.
Seekers dead, Alexander missing, God-woken passengers deceased. And unless you want to die too, we need to go. Now. Brace yourself. This might hurt. A lot.
The chill of the Hall of Echoes clung to the Lady Vengeance as it returned to the shores of Reaper's Coast.
Jesus.
The Godwoken were alive, but what of the gods?
Okay, so I guess whichever people you didn't bring with you, like, well, if I'm not, because, you know, kinda died in Joy, but Los and Beast, those two will both be, those two just both died on the boat.
Solid ground materializes beneath your feet. Your weight falls back into your body all at once, and bright sunlight stings your eyes. As your eyes adjust, you realize you're still aboard the Lady Vengeance. A gust of fresh sea air caresses you, and warm sunshine prickles your skin.
Oh, one moment, please.
Malady explodes in a fit of retching that racks her body. At last, she sneezes and expels a glob of something shiny and silver onto the deck. It wriggles quickly off the siding and plummets into the sea with a splash.
Ah, better. Let's not do that again anytime soon,
That's an easy deal.
I'll feel far less put upon if you tell me you learned something useful on our little field trip.
Tell you not sure, you met one of the gods again, and they seemed desperate.
Desperate how?
Describe everything you saw and heard in the Hall of Heroes. Hall of Echoes.
So, your god seemed uncharacteristically frightened, told you the void was coming, and that only you could ascend to divinity, after which you felt a cold deep within you. Well then, it sounds like you need to ascend, doesn't it? And quickly.
She inspects her fingernails with great attention, then looks up at you from under an arched eyebrow.
Did they mention how you were meant to become the next divine.
I admit it was somewhat vague on that point. Grey powers, being not entirely sure when to start.
Oh, what confidence you inspire. Luckily for you, Mama Malady is here to help. We already know you can bless, but as far as I know, you can neither see source nor take it as you see fit. I may not know much about divinity, but I do know that any godwoken worth their salt will know how to perform all these oh so fantastic feats. You need to go see the Meister.
Where to find you
She's
from
got
my
one of
stuff?
those things in Driftwood, you know, the building where people go and they do things inside of it. A home, that's it. She's got a home in Driftwood. Give me your map. There you are. Tell her I sent you and she'll handle the rest. You're at the beginning of a long journey, Godwoken. Long, but exceedingly interesting. Now, I must be going, and so must you. Before you go,
I'll let her go.
if I'm not back by the time you find out where our journey takes us next, you can call me back here. Tell the ship. She'll know how to summon me. And in the unlikely case you don't manage to do whatever it is you'll need to do to become what you need to become, you could call me, but I would be grateful if it doesn't come to that.
Okie dokie.
Damn it, is nowhere safe. Red-robed lunatics at sea, those void-woken seedlings in the swamp. It all points to the great acorn. It's coming, Quercus. What if it's too late, What if the Knights of Dre are too far ahead in their plans?
And Knights of Dre? Ask who he means.
At least here, our shield's ignorance can be forgiven, Quercus. The Knights of Dre do not go out of their way to boast about their existence. You know their order, my friend. Mystic Squirrel Knights, sworn to the great acorn, trying to bring about its return.
The squirrel absent-mindedly runs a paw over Quercus's spine. The air fills with the sound of soft, dusty purring.
They plan to inherit the everlasting forest once the acorn comes, and the world is rid of all giants. They believe that only the arboreal will, and should, survive.
It's working on the spot, right? Something to stop these knights and defeat the acorn.
It thinks we are sitting here twiddling our paws, Quercus. Perhaps we haven't succeeded yet, but we have other worries. The Knights of Dre are a dangerous, dangerous order. Lunatics with a single-minded devotion to bringing about the end of the world. Together, Quercus, we can develop some magic to save us from the great acorn, if our shield can keep us alive. Yes, it has done an admirable job so far. It certainly lasted longer than I thought it would. But does it understand that we could be wiped out at any moment? Does it understand the risk?
No, I can trust you.
Trust. Do you remember trust, Quercus? I'm not sure I do. Well, yes, of course I trust you. You're different. But perhaps we should show a little faith in our shield.
The squirrel reaches out and touches your ankle, sending a hot flush rippling through your body. Your mind's eye sees new potential spells swirling before it.
Now, listen carefully, Shield. The plan is thus. Do not die. If the shield can hold up its end of the bargain, we might just have a chance to complete our research. We might make it yet, Quercus.
I shall do my best. Bleed Fire skill book. Oof. Oof. Right, I don't remember if I actually just saved it. It probably just had that up there. But just in case, save it again. Right, where is... Right, if I go... combine with, then we just swap over to recipes, because that's the only way I know how to actually bring that up. Alright, cool, cool.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can provide.
I wonder, do we actually have any of those? No. A word with Gareth.
Hail, friend, and remember, in Lucian's love there can be no wrong.
Reflect on the past and the future, what happens next? That's what his plans are.
Paradise awaits, my friend. Not an actual paradise, of course. I don't think there's such a place in all of Rivendell. Paradise Downs. My parents still sow the soil there. And if the Order hadn't called me to its ranks, I'd still call their farm my home. I miss it. I miss them. They've been forever understanding of my duty. But I admit, I've been neglectful. I have some wrongs to right.
He knows what's next for him, but what's next for you?
I expect Malady has an answer to that. It seems she's got it all in hand.
Alright. Right, so there should be... Let me click on that. There it is. That'll be how we get to and from the Lady Vengeance. Oh. Oh, oh.
Here we are, Reaper's Coast. We made it.
Something I mind?
The hunt, like always. To be Godwoken is all well and good, but above all, I've yet to find the Master. Somewhere further inland, Roost Anlon breathes. All I have to do now is pick up his scent and make his last breath worth my while.
Alrighty. There is a lot of poison everywhere. This does me a slight concern. Poisoned fish, yeah. That should be a clear enough path.
The angelic figure stands upon a mosaic that depicts a dragon, or a leviathan.
Touch the globe. Touch the globe to the figure. Touch the globe that the figure is balanced upon.
Your body is still, but your soul floats upwards. You see yourself when you look down, content, safe.
Oh. Stardust Hub. Rabbit hole. Yoink. There is a lot of poison around here. Oops. A fancy bottle of beer. Alright, looks like we're just gonna run through. That works. Right. Sorry, I know I'm saving a lot, but I'm genuinely just concerned about what we might find here, because as expected with games, things get gradually stronger, and I do not want to be on the Lieutenant Crimson Bream. I don't particularly want to eat those.
Her dying shark lies gasping on the sand, bleeding from the mouth and gills. It turns its dark and soulless eyes to you. Its bloody gills open in search of water, but find only air.
I'll have to drag it back to the
Gasps
water.
in the air, struggling for the breath to speak. Its own blood froths at its mouth.
No! Die here! Monsters in the water! Monsters in the deep!
I'll have to put it out of its misery.
It looks at you with its cold, flat eyes as if to say, do what you will. Then it turns away and gets back to drowning in the bloody sunshine.
Try and put it out of its misery at least. My goodness. There's void working out in the waters, it seems. Probably more poisoned fish. Right, we need to get up there and help out with that thing.
That Voidwoken had someone in its claws.
Well, they're gone.
I'll yield to none.
There's more. Okay. Right. Do is drop that elsewhere. Because it's volatile. Get rid of those first. I think after this combat, I might end stream to go get something to eat because, well,
I'll yield to none.
practically half full. Really, I should do a food. Right. Go. Splonk. And splonk. And now there's just this one left. That's an awful sound. Damage isn't too bad. Wait, there's still one left? Oh, that one's still alive, that's why. Cool. Right, so that took them off that way. Rip them. Oh. It's civilian. High quality fire essence, very nice, very nice.
Not real. Not happening.
Oh. We're just going to avoid that for now, I think. Void Welcome seem to be very plentiful around here, it seems. Right. They're just saying that lucky he had bugs. Oh. Oh dear. Right. Wonderful.
A Magister caravan. I remember one just like this picking me up. Could have been a shipment to Fort Joy. What happened here?
Not happening. No, it's not true. Can't be true. No, no, no. Can't be real. Not real. Not happening.
White as driftwood salt, the dwarf flinches at your approach, yet she holds a short, clean blade aloft. Her fierce stance can't hide the trembling of her fingers.
Back! Get back! I'll kill you, just like the rest of them.
Hands up, tell her to calm down, you mean her no harm.
She slumps, all bravado draining from her.
No. I've never seen anything like those beasts before. Are they gone?
It looks like everybody's gone one way or another.
Her eyes widen and lose focus, as though she's seeing something played out before them. Her voice is shaky when she speaks.
Those? Yes. Worst ones I've ever seen. Ripped through the Magisters. The dwarves. Dead. And the sorcerers. Gone.
I see no sorcerer bodies. What happened to them?
Her eyes stare vacantly into the distance, glassy as marbles. It's not cold, yet her shivering is relentless.
I don't know. Oh, Duna's beard. Lohar. My boss Lohar would want to know what happened to them, but I can't remember.
Ask her what she was doing for this boss Lohar.
They're helping sorcerers. We thought we could help them against the Magisters, but...
Or, no, we can't say she's safe now. We're gonna have to, because she's kind of lost at the moment.
She flinches at the slightest rustle of wind through the long grass. Terror in her eyes, she stumbles away from it.
Try and pick that lock. Lovely. Wow. Okay. I guess the Red Prince isn't using the shield anymore. At least for a bit, until we get a better one-hander. Alright. You want that, you want that. Right. Where was the X? Right, for starters, Fern needs to identify this. That is strong. And the other, right. Red Prince, you need to equip this because Jesus Christ, that damage. Okay. If we can get any information about this.
Twist your head around as the Magisters haul you away. Your wife and two boys stand in the doorway, helpless. You commit their faces to memory one last time. Wendy cries out something to you. You tell yourself it was, "I love you," or "We'll wait for you." But the truth is, you didn't catch it. The farm recedes from view behind you.
Oof.
You stride past the chain sorcerers and climb onto the caravan without complaint. As you settle onto the bench, you offer Ralik's blessings to the Magister Guard. He offers only a bleary-eyed stare of disinterest in return, before shoving the chain sorcerers aboard. As you watch them cower, you cannot help but feel annoyance. After all, don't they know they're going to be saved?
Ah, the uninformed.
From the dark, you stare at the thin slivers of light visible between the floorboards. Shadows ripple across the slivers, accompanied by heavy footsteps, Magister footsteps. Wood creaks above your head. One of them has paused. Your breath catches in your throat as you wait for him to move along. But the hatch is suddenly yanked open. Light floods you, blinding and accusatory. You hear only one gruffly barked word before the hands seize you. Gotcha!
What does this leg have to say?
A boy at swim. Your name is Joe. You're 9. You're brave. You're off to see your mum. A shadow moves below you. A jagged vice closes on your thigh and pulls you down. Water fills your lungs. Blood billows.
Okay, I see. That was from the shark. Yeah, well, we'll investigate this beach and then I'm gonna go for food. See if there's anything stashed around here. Oh yeah. Ben won't worry about like walking through poison. He's probably gonna actually try to walk through the poison. Okay, so besides poison fish, there's not really anything else on here. Pidge, Laura. Alright, well. As well take what we can from here. Right. Pit. This excavation site. Driftwood. Okay, so we'll have to go there to tell those kids that Joe got eaten by a shark. The Black Pits, I think, is for Sabile. Excavation sites for Fern. I think everything else is just for main story. Powerful Awakening. I hear this. Oh yes, I forgot about that. We need to keep an eye out for elves. Investigate the Lowheart. Dwarf Lowheart in Driftwood. Want to know what happened to his caravan. Or to the caravan, not to his caravan. Right. Oh yeah, he's got a dreamer in wood. Right. Okay. So I'm actually going to call it there for now. We will be back in the evening, but not here. We'll be on Twitch because it's been a little while. But we're going to poke our head back in at. It's like a Phasmo-ish game called. Sorry, my brain's blanking on it. It's called Disinfected. Or Disinfection. I think it's Disinfection. Basically it is, you go to a derelict spaceship, track down, identify and neutralize a rogue nanobot, I guess, or a group of nanobots. So it's essentially Phasma, but in space. So anywho, that is going to be it for us. I completely forgot how recently I saved, so I'm going to save that now. Yeah, I shall catch you later, either in the evening on my stream on Twitch, or tomorrow. Who knows? Either way, I shall catch you later.